like 30-ish people rushing this area, all
Yeah.
of the vehicles. I was expecting that in
Yeah.
Destiny.
In
And like,
Destiny, they have those quote events, I think is what they're called. And like the people that are on that map, they kind of, it's a public event, they can all rush to it. But the most I ever saw was like maybe three.
yeah, and that's like if you have your party of three,
Mm-hmm.
because story and explorer are limited to three in your party.
Mm-hmm.
And the most I seen is that I had a party of three, and then there was two other random people that were in that room. And then there
Yeah.
was that event that was happening that you could play, and I mean, it didn't have the same impact that Defiance
Yeah.
has with
It's
this
like,
huge monster and like 30-ish people all shooting at it
yeah.
and fighting. I was like, it it wasn't that exciting at all in
I
Destiny.
know. Yeah, I like the MMO aspect of Defiance where you could just hop into any mission with anybody. And sometimes you
Yeah.
don't always want their help, but whatever. But they're not calling it an MMO, so
No, they're saying that it has elements of an MMO.
yeah, I can see
But
the elements kind of.
I
But
think a lot of people were hoping
I know I was hoping
with the word
more.
of elements of MMO that there was going to be more
More.
elements that were MMO. I think that's where a lot
Yeah.
of people were just craving.
It was crazy, Defiance, I play with, tons of people. And, I know Bungie's worried about the experience.
Hmm.
You get the juvenile people that have to say bad words and be annoying. But in general, on Defiance, I mean, people behave over chat most of the time. And then it even has like a messaging system in game, and you can chat to your clan or the party or the zone. You have all these options. And very, very rarely do I ever see anything questionable in there. And they almost like self-police it.
Hmm.
Everyone reports the one person and they're gone so fast it doesn't even matter. But
So do you think that if Destiny doesn't have all those elements, it's going to really hurt it?
I don't think so because on that note, Defiance has a bunch of problems. It's
Oh yeah.
so draining on the resources to have all those people that usually your character is like this default guy. Everybody looks the same. I mean, it's so glitchy. There's a lot of problems. And I think by
Yeah.
keeping it smaller, they're going to get higher quality.
Yeah, I guess like when all those problems that Defiance was having, like with the characters looking customized, I was really hoping that Destiny was going to be able to be like, oh yeah, we can figure that, we
Yeah.
can do this the way it should have been done. But
Yeah. Now,
one thing that bugs me the most
Mhm.
with Destiny, I mean, I enjoyed the game, but of course you're going to nitpick things that you're like, oh, like
Right.
the only three people in your story
I
and explore.
know. I
You've
really,
had more in co-op games. Like
I
the
know.
standard was 4.
I really want four. Like, you know, not that I have like a bazillion friends, but it makes it really hard, to get three. And if you're a couple, like me and Suba, a lot of times you want to play with another couple and then you can't. Then you have one person always out. So I just wish they'd bump it to four and maybe throw in some extra enemies and make it a little bit more difficult.
I don't think they are. Like a lot of people are just hoping that that was part of the beta.
No, I
But
think
like,
it's set.
I don't think it is.
I know they have
It's 3.
reasoning. Yeah. But did you hear about the Destiny? Well, I don't know what the official name of it is, but people are calling it raids.
Yeah, I heard that was a 6-person co-op type thing.
Yeah, to me it sounds really fun. 6 people, it's cooperative and it requires communication. So you can't just hop in with some random Xbox person and expect to be successful. You need people that you can work together with and you can talk to and strategize. So they're not going to have matchmaking for that mode. Like, if you don't have 5 other friends, then good luck. But people people are really, really mad about no matchmaking. But then it was brought up that the Halo 3 ODST's firefight mode that doesn't have matchmaking, and it's been very popular.
Yeah, that's a great mode.
Yeah. So
And there's also one mode that they haven't announced, at least on their website. If you look at all the game types, there's a one that has question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know if that's like they're leaving that open for the future or if that's actually going to be released on a release day.
Or is that the raid mode and they just haven't
Or
put
is that, is that raid?
I don't know. They said that this raid mode is going to be very intense. Like, you're probably not going to finish it your very first time. And that, okay, so in the campaign, like, you're level 5, and then it'll say, like, campaign level 5. So they put you with enemies that are, similar in, what do you call it?
Skill or
class? Yeah. The enemies are going to be equal to your ability, right? Well, in raid mode, you go in, let's say, at a 20, and you start off fighting enemies in a 20, and as you go on, it can get progressively more difficult above and beyond that skill. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be, like, really important to have people you're going to know, like, Zen, you're going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and blah, blah is going to make sure we do this. And I guess it's more, like, open, like, there's not, like, waypoints, go to here, go to there, go to this. So
see, that sounds cool. Like,
yeah.
I think for me, like, that's what I need in the game to make me actually...
Yeah, and you get, like, loot.
Happy.
That's the whole point. So you get good stuff.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the story. That's another thing with this game. It's like, honestly, when I get it, like, I don't want to play with anybody. I want to go play the story, play that through, and not have any interruptions with that.
That is funny. I'm the exact same way. I hate that. We're the same.
Oh, yeah. Because it's like, if you don't play it right away, you're going to get the same thing happened in, well, I'm going to use Far Cry. Uh-huh. I got so caught up making those purses and just, like, run around with hang gliders. I never finished this campaign, which I wish I did. So I'm not going to let this happen.
Good.
I'm not. That's what, like, when it comes out, let's say we're not talking to each other for a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, and we complain about the 3 in the mode, but it's true. I just want to get the campaign, set down, have my headset on so I can really hear the story and go through and just immerse myself. Because when you're in a party, even if it's just of 3, somebody is always talking during the cutscenes. Always.
Yeah. And with the story mode, it's not, I mean, it is a bummer because I'd love to be able to go play, like with Halo, I played it solo and then to go through and just play here and there with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
A 4-person campaign.
We'll do
but
that.
I think with Explore, that is one I wish that we could have at least 6 people in, just run around exploring the map together.
Oh, yeah. And being silly, I'm sure.
Yeah. And so I think long term, it only being able to hold like 3 people in some of these game types is what really kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
Do you feel that the Destiny is holding up to everything, or is it falling into like the hype category?
I sure hope it's not in the hype category. So far, now that I've readjusted my expectations, because I was under the impression initially that it was more of an MMO. And like, what's the deal with the clans? How is that going to be implemented?
I feel like it's having these elements of an MMO, but then it's not really. It's not anything like a game like Defiance, which
is the clan just for the Crucible? Because we have a pretty small clan, like 25-ish, maybe 30. I don't know. Some of these clans, they have hundreds and thousands of people. Like,
your clan in Defiance has like thousands, I thought.
Oh, yeah. In Defiance, I joined the Obsidian clan because Girl Tribe only has 3 people playing. So the 3 of us joined the Obsidian clan in Defiance, and it's amazing. Going to these battles, like the other night, like literally almost the entire battlefield, you saw blue dots, and that means they're in your clan on the little mini map. I mean, we just like took over like a couple different arc falls. It was so cool. And if you fall down and your clanmates are there, they always pick you up. They're not going to walk by.
See, I had to put that game, like, it's funny. I wasn't playing so much Defiance because I kept having this hope that Destiny was going to be what I wish Defiance could have been.
Yeah. Defiance is going free to play soon. So people that are interested in it, let me know. I'll show you around. Show you around paradise.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Whenever I see what you're doing, it's like Jen is in paradise. I'm like, hey, that's what she's doing. So I think like altogether, if to sum up my experience in Destiny, it honestly didn't live up to what I was going into thinking the game was going to be. Was it? I I think it's going to be a great story.
Mm-hmm.
And the graphics and the multiplayer is fun. But the experience that I was hoping to have, it hasn't lived up to.
Yeah.
Lived up to that yet. And it's been happening a lot lately with video games. So I don't know if I have to step back and be like, adjust what I'm hoping happens in a game.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed with you too, you're a different gamer now than you were a couple years ago. You expect more on the story front than you did before.
Yeah, I used to just be like, let's just go shoot.
I want to shoot something.
That's all I'm looking for.
Give me a warthog and an assault rifle and I'm good.
Yeah.
So, Zen, have you heard, right, about the new EA Access?
Yes, you told me, and I first said, I'm not going to look it up. You can surprise me on the podcast. Well, I opened up my Christmas gift early, so. And it sounds awesome.
Yeah, so
I'm going to let you explain it since you're the one that heard it.
I already bought that. No, so EA Access is a new program they rolled out yesterday to be beta tested. It's an Xbox One exclusive. And basically, it's a subscription service. So you can rent game. It's basically renting games. So then, they have a vault, and then they put games in the vault, and then you pay either a monthly or a yearly fee.
And then, monthly is how much, and yearly is how much?
So it's $5 a month, which would, if you do it individually, 5 times 12 is 60.
I don't know.
And then it's $30 a year. So obviously $30 a year, if you're going to do it, is the best deal.
That is an awesome deal.
Think about it.
Well, they keep adding, their current games they have are all the sporting games and Battlefield. What else do they have?
It's Battlefield 4, Peggle 2, FIFA 14, and Madden 25.
Do you know if by chance, can 2 people use it? If
yes.
Ryan and I we can use the same.
Yeah, I tried it last night.
Use it?
Yeah, so what you do is if you're a 2 Xbox One household, like Zen is and I am, what I do is whatever the console that my partner or wife, I'd get smacked. Anyway, so Supa, I have her console is set to my home, and then my console is actually set to her home. But basically, anything I buy, on your home console, anybody in the house can play it. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I just buy everything on her console, and then as long as I'm signed into Live, I can sign in and play the games on my console.
So that is an amazing deal.
Yeah, so you just install the EA Access Hub on your home console, which would be whoever you're sharing with, and then install the games or whatever, and then you go to yours and do the same thing. And it worked out really well that after you install the little hub, she doesn't even need me signed in anymore to install the games on her console.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
Can you both play at the same time? Or is it only...
That's how all the digital games are. That's why everything we buy is digital now, because we can just share it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. It's not a illegal or anything like that. It's just part of the licensing. So, so they have the 4 games in the beta test. So if you're in the preview program, the Xbox preview program, they gave everyone beta codes, I think, for the EA Access. And the cool thing is, now I sound like an advertisement. I should get commission.
It happens.
Yeah, I bought it last night though. But you get 10% off EA games. So, like Dragon Age, when it comes out this fall, they're not going to put that in the vault until it's older. Yeah. Right? But it's people that want it now, you get 10% off if you buy it digital on the Xbox store. So you save $6.
It's a really good deal, and it's. I wonder if they're going to start adding. They have to get more games in it because, even a $5 a month thing isn't.
Oh yeah. They said they would be adding to the vault, and that it's not that it's only going to be 4 games. They're not going to pull out FIFA and put in a hockey. I don't know what sports games they have. So they're going to add to the vault, not just there'll be more than 4 games in the future is what they were leading from what I understood.
If I was Gamefly,